Good afternoon, friends and traders. I am Dan Hodgman. Welcome to the Market Recap. It is Tuesday, February 9th. Relatively quiet day. Not a ton of news. We still are getting a little bit more talk about what's going on with stimulus, but they're more focused on the President Trump impeachment stuff that's going on there. S&P, did it fall slightly, or do we make it a positive day over there? It kind of teeters that line. I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see until settles post. But, man, they were working for 7 straight days. Crude oil last night kind of showed a little bit of slowing down, but that market opened and it got back to doing what crude oil does, or has been doing for the last 4 or 5 months or so. And we continue to trend higher. We're just shy of that $60 barrel mark. Yeah, it's looking like I'm getting the notifications popping up right now. S&P falls slightly, snapping 6-day winning streak. Nasdaq, though, maybe Nasdaq held the positive side. Again, I don't have settles posted yet, so we'll see. Gold, pretty quiet day there from the open. We worked down to settlement price, bounced back up to opening range, and then tried to get back down towards settles. Not a whole lot. Euro moving higher, just slightly. I guess the word would be slow grind all day long. Finally got up to and just slightly past the overnight swing high there. Yeah, the 10-year note, not the end, 10-year note rallied a little bit. We came and checked overnight highs and then broke right back down to settlement price. So you had a whole 25 half down to settlement price over at 22. So a whole 3.5 point move there. Whew, big mover. It's kind of what we got going on in the markets there today. Like I said, not a whole ton in the news front, but we're starting to see some information. Robinhood is lobbying and targeting legislation that's going to hurt its business model. Are we surprised? Legislation going to hamper Robinhood? I'm not too shocked there myself. I don't know about you guys. What else do we have? That's pretty much the news. Other things that are coming out, which I'm finding interesting. Johnson & Johnson CEO came out today, and I guess maybe I'm not totally surprised. But saying people are possibly going to need an annual COVID vaccine shot for the next several years to come. Is this going to be like the flu shot where every year we have to get a new one? I don't know. I'm curious to see some of the studies that come out of this. Who knows? Maybe there is some natural immunity to COVID. We don't know. I'm curious to see everything that comes out. Awesome. So I want to say hello to everybody, and we'll dive into the charts. Felix, good to see you. I see your comment here about not being able to comment on Coach's Playbook. I'm confused. The last couple weeks, I have purposely typed in there something. I know Magnum was able to comment because he did comment, but we've been having some issues during Coach's Playbook only. We stream that a little differently than we do forecast and recap because I got to get everyone into a room, and it's a whole process, and I'm not sure why we're having those issues. Please keep me posted. Hopefully we get that figured out. Murph, good to see you as well. You couldn't either. All right, so I know Magnum could because we did get Magnum's comments. Excuse me. Bill, good to see you. Mike, Tanya, if you guys haven't checked out her video, that just went live yesterday, so make sure you check it out. Give Tanya a thumbs up and a big thank you for joining us. Richie, good to see you. The real one. Nasdaq is like the adopted baby looking for the real father. Should I go up or down? Right? No kidding. Felix, Felix, good. Glad to get to see the interview. I too loved that mental capital meter. It's a great way of putting it. James, good to see you. Bill, S&P trading along the high trend line 9220 with 5 touches. Yes, that's one I've been looking at as well. S&P. Let's see here. Murph just closed out your Robinhood account last week. To be honest with you guys, I'm going to look if I even have a Robinhood account. I bought a bunch of stocks in it a couple years ago. And here we go. Let's take a look. Do I have them or did I close them out? We're opening. We're checking. All right. right. Looks like I did pull my stocks out of there. All right. Good to know. All right. Awesome. Oh, the Mind Over Markets. Absolutely. Check that out. You guys, you've had that issue too, Tanya. Magnum had no problem. We got his comments. Viper, good to see you. I'm glad to see everyone giving the shout out to Tanya. I want to give one to Tanya. Thank you for joining me. We had a great time. And those of you, Felix sat down with me the week before. Anyone else, if you're in that funded account and you want to hop on, share your story, shoot me an email, danny@topstep.com, and we'll get something set up. I would love to do it. I'd love to hear from you guys. So don't hesitate to reach out. Obviously, if everyone starts shooting me emails, I might be slow to respond. But let me know if you're in that funded account or if you just want to hop on, do an interview with me. You want to hop in here one day and do a recap with me, let me know. We can have a little fun. So again, that's danny@topstep.com. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look at these markets here today and see what we had going on today. All right. As always, we're going to start with our crude oil. Like I said, crude oil this morning and the overnight continued our trend. And then, boom, we hit the witching hour of midnight, and it started to turn over. But not nearly enough. We just strictly came down to the prior night's consolidation area, found a little bit of support. Buyers came in, picked that thing right back up, and worked its way, slowly grinding higher. Did not make the highs, but we got pretty darn close. So we're going to continue to kind of keep an eye from point of control today, right at 58.37, up to value area high 58.46. Maybe let's just give it a 20-cent move up from point of control here, 58.36 plus 20. Let's keep an eye on that here in the overnight session. We saw that resistance once. We're seeing it again. And again, it's only resistance in hindsight. It's how that market reacts as we approach it. We may finally break through here and seek out that $60 mark. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope it doesn't. I had to fill my truck yesterday. I wasn't even empty. And I haven't paid that much for gas in well over a year. I was bummed about that one. Next, let's go ahead and look at the S&P 500. And when you have a 34-gallon gas tank that you're getting about 11.5 miles a gallon, it's the price you pay, I guess. S&P 500, like we were saying, struggled here to make the big move. We saw that big move yesterday, right at the close. That last 10 minutes, buyers came in, really scooped this thing up, and this market wanted to come back and check down there to do a little bit more business. Needed to check things out. So as soon as we opened up, pretty much said we were done. We took off to the upside, instantaneously moved right to settlement price, and settlement price did what it does. It rejected it so fast and sent it right back down to that consolidation area once again, which happens to be value area low, 3,900 even. And then from there, we thought maybe we were going to see another positive day. Wasn't going to be quite the case, but we tested. We tried to get above settlement price 39.08, but could not hold up above settlement price. So we're going to have a down day. Not a huge down day. Typically, after 6 straight up days, I'm usually looking for a bigger pullback on a down day, but nonetheless, we're going to have it. Does that mean buyers are getting a little exhausted? Are we going to see some sell-off coming up and possibly see this thing find new fair value and get back on track? We'll have to wait and see. I have not seen any inclination just yet to see this thing want to totally sell off. Now, Nasdaq, just like S&P 500, we had that big pop yesterday at the end of the day. Market came down in the overnight session, wanted to make sure it was exhausted all our business down below, and it did just that. Opened up, skyrocketed, new highs here, and then it worked right back down to settlement price. And essentially, to me, this, no matter what, if we're up or down 10 points, it's pretty much an unchanged day. We fell into a slight range here to finish off the day. Next, let's go ahead and look at gold. Gold was relatively quiet, like I said. Gold opened up this morning, tried to move higher, checked the overnight high. I talk about them a lot. I like to keep an eye on those swing highs and swing lows in the overnight session. I think they do present some opportunity. Came up, checked the overnight high, said nope, sent it fast and furious right down to Settlement price again, 1834.20. And I use Fast and Furious. I just watched the movie, one of the first one last night. Ah, what a classic. Market came right down to settlement price, bounced one more time, got real choppy on us real fast, kind of hit you in the face, and then calmed down, working itself just slightly lower from the open, but still going to be a positive day here in gold. Next, let's go ahead and look at the euro. Euro was, it was a tough trade here in the euro. Not much to say. It opened up. It started to press lower, and it gave us our one bit of weakness, our second bit of weakness. So we've been maintaining trend to the upside here in the euro over the last week approximately, and it's maintaining trend. So our job is strictly find these weak points, find the weak, and get it on the move to the upside. No move near settlement price. Never made an attempt. We didn't see it happening. Maybe a little bit, but as you can see here, just by looking at the charts, you can tell sellers were being exhausted on this press down. It was just people taking a little profits off the table, got back in, sent this thing higher. And lastly, let's go ahead and look at the 10-year note. Like we said, 10-year note, not a whole lot happening. We're finding consistent opportunity right where today's high is 136.26, 136.26 even. We have seen this market react at that price quite a bit over the last week. So, is that something worth paying attention to? I absolutely think so. Now I'm going to start to try and take a look at things. We're going to open up some volume profile as this market's kind of been trading around here and start to recognize where some opportunities have been. And this is when utilizing volume profile over a larger span of time really helps give us a little bit of framework. And as you can see here, this market has worked up to 27.5 approximately, so 136.27.5 to 136 even. You've got some good opportunity right at those prices multiple times here. So if you're getting in at 126, you've got 2 points of risk, and you're looking to possibly make a total of 4 points or 8 ticks. Sometimes you're seeing it, sometimes you're getting that opportunity. But the low side, where this value area low comes into play, is what I really like. 136.21.5. I like that price as well. So I think we've got some good areas to keep an eye on this market here going forward throughout the rest of the week if we maintain some sort of range. Now, obviously, if we get directional back to the downside or we see some sort of reversal, market slowing down, do we see the possibility of reversal coming? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely something we want to keep an eye on. So that's what I'll be watching here going forward the next couple of days with these markets. All right, guys, that's what we got here today. Magnum Dan, what is your favorite thing to trade? Oh, great question. I trade a lot of different things. I do a lot of spreads, equity and option spreads. I'm still pretty active in my in my treasury spreads, excuse me. I'm still pretty active over there. So I do trade a lot of spreads. As far as my day trading stuff, I'm pretty much focused. I spend a lot of time in the S&P 500. It's a market I've been the most comfortable with for the last 5 or 6 years. I trade bonds still, not a whole lot. I'll utilize bonds for some hedging opportunity as well. I've been trading crude oil since November. I kind of had a little bit of an idea of what might be coming with the new administration, and I thought crude oil was going to do kind of what it's been doing, this trend higher. So that's what we're getting there. I try not to trade too much, though. I trade a lot of different things on different bases and different time frames, but as day trading, I pretty much focus S&P bonds and then maybe a third. Right now it's crude. Sometimes it's gold. Sometimes it's silver. So a few different products there, but I got my two main staples. Bonds, grew up doing them. Been around them my whole life. My name is Dan and not Patrick because of the bond market. So I've got an emotional, sentimental attachment to that one. And like I said, crude oil has been really a fruitful product here lately. When I find a market trending like that, it's something that I find enjoyable to trade, and I want to be involved in those. So I try not to get too crazy with them, but those are just a few of what I'm trading. All right. What do we got going on? Well, it is Tuesday, so tomorrow, CPI, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. We've got the EIA Petroleum Status Report, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. And we're talking treasuries now. So you're going to have an auction on the 10-year tomorrow at noon Central Time, 12 p.m. Central Time. You're going to have an auction. Auctions are fun. High volatility times. So little background for me as a 30-year options trader. We were watching the auctions. They were a big deal for us. They presented good volatility. So from a future, and that's just the option side. From a future standpoint, you're going to want to pay attention during those times. It's going to create a volatility spike there. Hopefully present some opportunities, maybe at some of the levels that we talk about. So keep an eye on that one. And then that's it for tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. Jerome Powell will be speaking at 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And then let me update this one. Didn't want to refresh on me. All right. So tomorrow, earnings. You got Toyota, DMB, Coca-Cola, Uber. Uber's earnings are going to be tomorrow. I didn't realize this. Toyota Motors market cap, $22.35 trillion. Wow. You got GM tomorrow. Maybe that's a typo. I don't know. You got GM tomorrow. CME Group's going to be tomorrow. Mitsubishi. See here, just kind of scrolling through, making sure I touch on everything. I'm very confused. That's telling me that. Let's double check. All right, so here's what I'm getting. Toyota's market cap, $250 billion. I thought $22 trillion didn't make any sense. All right, dollar down a little bit here today. Tesla still holding that 850 mark. I think the insanity around Tesla has faded with GameStop's craziness. GameStop down some more, $50.31. I spoke with someone today whose son has been delving into GameStop and doesn't want to give it up. I think if you're in GameStop and you got in at a good price still, take your profits and move on. If you're got in at a bad price, take your losses and move on. But hey, who knows? Maybe things will change and that thing will get sent back to the moon. The VIX trading 21.5. And our money makers, we're making money. Airbnb. Again, we paid $148.30. That's $199.88. Guys, that was a phenomenal buy of a stock. We have $50 returns on that right now, so 33% returns on that. That's a phenomenal purchase from an investment standpoint. If we can buy stocks and do that consistently, we're going to do pretty darn well. So I'm pretty pumped about that one. And lastly, our Bitcoin. We're still making money. Bitcoin got another pop here today. $47,975. Don't you wish we bought one at $34,000 and we'd have $14,000 in profits, $13,500 in profits right now? That would have been kind of nice. We got some good buys. We've done well so far. I know I proposed it yesterday. Do we start to think about getting out of these, or are we holding them the rest of the year? You guys let us know in the comments here. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign on. Oh, yeah. There was really not much to say on this date in history. The only one I got is 1942. Daylight saving time is instituted. Good, bad, ugly, and different. It showed up in 1942. I always enjoy it when I get that extra hour of sleep, and I hate it when they take one away from me. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to sign on out of here. If you haven't checked out our Coach's Playbook, that one was today at 11:30, so make sure you guys tune in every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. And don't forget, email went out. You guys should have some information on it. 20% off combines, 20% off the swag store. So if you haven't been one that's done an interview with me and got your gift card for the swag store, Make sure you go check it out. And if you want one of those gift cards and you're funded, shoot me an email, danny@topstep.com, and we'll do an interview, and maybe we'll get you a gift card to go get some swag. On that note, you guys all have a spectacular evening. Stay safe, wash your hands, trade smart, and trade well.